What's going on, guys? Going to do a Pebble Beach ready go here. Don't know if I've done a talk-through on Pebble Beach. I can't remember, but I figured haven't made a full course video in some time now, so I'm gonna go ahead and talk through with this one real quick. If I get my stuff together, make sure we're recording, and we'll see what can happen. So first hole, good win. Obviously there's no mini map, so can't really tell what flag we are till we get up there. Definitely don't want to go in the rough on our first hole. And let's see, we got back pin. So two options. We could hit a top spin 60 wedge, but I don't like the meter speed on the 60 wedge, so I prefer to hit a punch with the 75 wedge. That way, lower ball flight, easier meter speed to control, should stick better. There we go. See, the ball went forward instead of spinning back. Plus, it's just, use the meter speed that works for you. And if you don't know your punch numbers, get out there on, Kiowa or wherever, and, punch your clubs. Do all the wedges. Punch shots are definitely a big plus. Short pin, so not the greatest win. We don't want to end up in the rough, but we do want to be aggressive. So hoping my misting served me well. Good shot. This pin is a little easier to approach, I find, for myself than the other one. And the green is a little more consistent. Good start. Yep, another good win. Another good win. We got the front pin. Should be actually just a 75 pitch. Trying to get it up there. I can't ding on iPad, so I usually just get it up there. I don't expect to make pitches, but when they do go in, it's exciting. Actually, good distance. Might have bounced over. Ooh, another good one. See, I find that these wins don't carry to the hole, so might get an. Oh, wow, that turned more than I expected. Okay. Well, I was trying to get in pitch territory, but this is still an easy flop as long as you don't come up short. Yeah, easy flop. Flat or green. If you come up too short, it'll hit off the back hill and kick forward, but we don't have to worry about that. Really good win here. The green slopes left to white, so we want to hit a 4-iron, land it long, and let it spin back towards the hole. That's the shot strategy here, especially with this left to right wind. Got a heartbeat. Oh. Hit the cup. Wow. So that's the strategy. I know a lot of people go for the flag, but if I went for the flag and that spun back, it could spin back 5 yards, and then you'd have a 10, 12, 13 foot putt uphill. But if you just kind of change your strategy a bit to, understand how the green is sloped, you can do that kind of shot where you throw it long and spin it back. Again, not a great win, but we're going to try and avoid the roughed area. I just want to land it close or below the hole. There we go. Just a decent sandwich here. Don't want to get too crazy with the aim. Keep it close to the flag if possible. Try and throw it a little long. Good heartbeat. Oh. So this pin location I find spins a lot more than the middle pin location. So I was hoping to throw that at 116 and spin it back, but I didn't get as much tailwind as I thought I would. See what flag we have here. Oh, back right and right to left wind. Not the not the greatest wind, but gonna have to formulate our strategy, maybe play a safe shot in the rough. What? Oh. So actually I like 25-30 rough here because I find that the added rough reduces some of the spin effect on the ball without ripping the ball back down the green. So I'm going to under aim it and hope my missing treats me well. Basically just hit a safe shot. My goal is to be below the hole. I don't want to go high. No heartbeat. See, that's fine. That's a safe shot. Not crazy, not terrible. So with this pin location, the green is moving slower at the player's feet and faster on top of the green, but it is uphill. And if you check the vertical dots, they're moving towards the player and not away from the player. So it's actually holding the putt up. So the strategy behind here is not to hit the ball as hard like I normally would. The strategy is to throw the ball above the hole and see if I can't get the green to feed it back towards the hole without rolling it back down if I do miss. There we go. So that's not as hard as I would have normally hit that ball, simply because I don't want it to go above the hole, around it, and then roll back 10 feet down the hole. I want it to just die at the hole. So you have to adjust your aim based on how you're going to adjust your power. A half spin pitching wedge works hell here, so you can eliminate a lot of the spin effect. So you only spun back 1 yard. If you hit a 9-iron, choke down 9-iron, it's a little more risky. So try and avoid that. See here, the horizontal dots are moving, but the vertical dots are moving away from the player, so it's actually a straight putt. And oftentimes you'll see putts like that where the sideways dots are moving, but most people don't think to check the vertical dots. And so if they're moving against the putt, it's actually going to reduce how much effect that the grain of the green has. And so you aim for the sideways dots and then you miss and you wonder why the ball never breaks. And that's the reason why, because of those vertical dots. Good win for this hole. I mean, it wasn't terrible. Certainly didn't want to go long here, but that was about as good a win as you could have for this hole. Looks like we got the middle pin. So the middle pin, I find the green is much more consistent than the back pin. There's some weird movement. And so
something's not right about this picture.
I'm thinking of, a punch because it's a good number, but a punch flies lower. So I think tailwind, uphill, and a punch might not be the best strategy. Because I need the apex. I need the arc of the ball to keep me on the green without skipping. No heartbeats. Not bad. Maybe could have reduced the wind a little. Less aim. So here, dots at my feet are moving almost half the speed that the dots at the cup are moving. So I need to hit this roughly at speed, but I want to find a path where the ball is going to intersect right after the slow dots and catch the fast dots. And then I need to check the vertical. So vertical dots are helping the putt. So it's going to move through that first grid and then hopefully catches the second. Right there. Yeah. It's a fine line, happy medium. This hole, I almost never hit full backspin because the ball comes screaming back down the green, so I'll opt for half spin, 3/4 spin shots. Helps ball travel, but also help reduce the amount of spin you get back being so downhill. Got beats. So 206, roll back 3 yards, so it's 203 when all said and done. I could have aimed a little more, but if that was a full backspin shot, that may have, spun back 5, 6, 8 yards. And I want to try and mitigate that aspect. So you see here where I'm holding the flag, it's down 0.3 inches. So the initial putt is actually in a downhill fashion. So you have to take that into consideration as the ball comes off the club face. It's going to break a little more than what it is right here at the cup, which is up 0.3. So definitely keep that in mind when you're seeing those kind of putts. In general, the entire putt is not uphill. There are some downhill portions of the putt that you have to keep into consideration. Hopefully I can land it high and spin it down towards the hole, but I don't want to end up high if my misting is too bad. So I'm going to split the aim a bit just in case I hit a unfortunate. And got heartbeats, so that's good. And I'd much rather this putt than be above the hole with a bad misting. So in this view, the dots at my feet are moving to the right, but the dots at the cup are moving to the left. So to counteract this, I'm going to leave the flag in the cup over misting for the beginning of the putt. And it basically becomes a straight putt, because if you start messing with the aim on a putt like that, then you run the risk of misstinging too much and the putt actually does move. But instead, I just want to counteract the dot movement that's happening right off the club face, and then the ball goes right into the hole because it doesn't have enough time to move from the end of the putt. Just going to throw it to the back of the green here. I'd rather pitch than try and go over that hill. Pitch I'm not expecting to make because it's downhill. I'd rather play a safe shot than run the risk of doing something silly and it skipping, hitting the cup, or running away. Tailwind. Actually, this is a great win for this hole because the green slopes right to left. So we see what yardage we get here. 70. Okay. So the idea behind this hole is that I'm not going to aim as much as I normally would. The idea is to under aim and then let the tailwind and the slope of the green combine with each other to basically stop check the ball. See, so that's the game plan right there. If I were to aim my normal aim, I run the risk of having it react to a bad misting, and then you end up sort of more down on the far left of the green where it has some very inconsistencies in the dot movement. So instead, use the shape of the green, the slope of the green to your advantage, coupled with the wind. Basically, they're pushing into each other. Green's moving left, wind moving right, and it stop checks. Two options, pitching wedge or sand wedge. I like the sand wedge with a little topspin simply because lower ball flight, lower apex, reduces wind effect, and you can keep the ball from spinning too much. Like this, so you hit and stop. Simple little topspin sand wedge. The ball doesn't go anywhere and you don't run the risk of the wind blowing the ball all over the place. .223 down 12. It's actually a great flat 3-iron number. So great flat 3-iron, shot us downhill. The headwind helps hold the ball up and you don't have to worry about hitting a 3-wood and making a mistake. So yeah, if I can, I would definitely lean towards a 3-iron in any situation off the tee. Headwind, okay. So we more or less will be hitting a 3-wood into this hole, unfortunately. 220, up 7, up 8, up 6. Can't hit a 3-iron. So I want to under aim the 3-wood so that my misting actually won't hurt me. And we'll see what kind of misting I get, but that's the game plan. Light misting with an under aim. And we got beats. Not a terrible looking putt. The end is moving quicker than the beginning, but you can't calculate the dots from the end of the putt because then your initial angle will be too high. So you have to count the dot that is the average one, which is that second line dot. And that angle looks a little low. That looks like a good angle. There we go. Well, there, 51 on a ready go. I don't think I've ever shot a perfect card on Pebble Beach, but I'll take it. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Hope I was able to help teach something. If y'all have any questions, shoot me a message. I'll be happy to help y'all out. Hope y'all have a great day, and thanks for stopping by. Take care.